think Ninja is gonna go VR again after that last game.
To be honest, I don't feel like he will because I feel like well, I know both teams will probably run a BC, but I just don't feel like Ninja is gonna run that ship again. Just simply maybe the mind games that happened last game. You know what I mean?
So you put Ninja on either a Frig or a carrier.
Yeah, I
And then
think
does
I, I,
that
th- I think that we might see no void rays this game. I'm not saying that's. If I had to guess, which we have like 30 seconds here for me to be wrong, but if I had
Yeah,
to guess, I would say I don't think we're going to see a void ray from either team.
right?
I agree with
I
that.
bet you Porn plays support. What he's gonna do? He'll captain his team. They
Yeah,
do the
same thing. I
work, and
was.
he's gonna support them. And if Raider is a VR, that means Porn will be the default Raven. They'll play that support.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is that I think Pornex is definitely gonna run the support. He is a great support player too. So let's see what we get here.
All right, I'm gonna check out bottom left. We have Kenneth and Eric and Rock Ops and White Zombie and Schling. Rock Ops is 3-2 Colossus. I don't know what else he got. I'll check in a second. Schling got
Nope,
Plague.
that's his open.
What else does he get? Like speed or something?
Yeah, you get one speed. Well, actually, oh, he's missing something. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is
One
missing.
speed, one energy, and
No, he didn't
play.
get energy. Yeah,
No,
let's
he
just.
didn't.
Now we're gonna figure it out.
Oh no, he got armor.
No.
But anyways, both Desis
I
and
think he just
13 came
got
out
he
with
got two
charges.
speed. Yeah, he got 2 speed. He got 50. He got the 50 upgrade on speed, and then 3-2.
Plague on
Okay,
the
my
OB.
bad for interrupting. Go ahead, finish with
Is came out with 5 missiles.
Hold on,
Oh, and he
we
had an
actually did not.
energy.
We didn't actually finish. Red. Yeah, Kenneth was range rocket. Eric was range missile. White zombie is imp. And what the hell is going on with Ninja? Ninja is 5 in carrier. Okay.
And then Schling with Plague, of course.
Right. Yeah, I think I had said that. So what do we have from the top right? We got Zorba in the top. What does he have?
So
Okay, so
both Desis came out with charges.
yeah, so Zorba has charges, one speed. Mito has Plague, of course. We have Iskander with five missiles, one range, one speed. Okay, we have Imp on the Raven and Thunder with the Plague, and then of course Desi with the charges.
Now I find that interesting with the 5 missiles, knowing that you have 2 OBs in the middle, and you just gotta let the plagues work in. That he doesn't go range. So right.
Yep. I
And
think.
kite a little bit with those missiles. So basically, Kenneth already got off 2 shots. I'll get off another one right here. Let's see. There's another one. Isk hasn't fired a missile shot yet. There's one.
Oh, there's not enough to deny. Not enough to deny Zorba.
Oh wow.
Oh, Rock Tops might go down here. Oh no, here comes the deny.
Whoa,
There it is.
1 more.
1,700.
Oh boy. Okay, wow.
Not close at
Spread
all.
out and farm.
Clearly
Wasn't
under control.
close. Everything's great, guys. Okay, so a great contain by the League of Shadows.
And you know what? Do you think they looked at the map and said, "Hey, there's a cloud right there. Grab 5 missiles"?
Possibly, they could have been. I mean, because you can technically use that cloud as a kite mechanism. You know, let the ships get closer to you, and of course, you know, five missiles definitely hurt more than two.
Yep.
Kenneth actually
like
went
those-
cloaked wraiths. Clocked wraiths, man.
Also have that the threat of the 2 Desis pinching in real quick. Oh, yeah. I wonder if the map came into play with them.
Now, out of these comps that we've seen, who do you think is actually better? I mean, because we do have the double OBs for the League of Shadows, but we have that carrier for the EWOKS. So what do you guys think? I mean, what do you think? What do you think's gonna have the better late game comp here?
I mean, the question is whether it gets to late game. I think if it does get to late game, I think the Ewoks are in the better position. Honestly, I think the carrier is going to be stronger versus the Overlords, and the Overlords will be against the carrier. But The question is really whether they can get there. Like, as we just saw, like this early game pressure possibility versus Rock Ops, and where he basically nearly went down in the first 5 minutes. There's just so much aggression from the double dreads with the charge and the possibility of warp tricks and other
here
things.
comes the warp trick now as we're talking about it. Here they come.
So let's see if those Ovies get an extra plague in before they go back.
I think Schling's gonna die here.
They're not gonna warp. They're not gonna warp.
They might go past Schling. Like,
oh
they
my God.
usually people notice, but
what is happening? They didn't notice it.
They still haven't seen it, I don't think. Schling's still out there farming.
No. Oh, okay. And White just got denied. Okay.
Just waiting.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
the
the
split.
split. There's the split. Schling is definitely dead. The question is, does anyone else?
Oh man, Schling's
And that's what
dead
the Ovies
here.
were doing. Their Ovies were baiting and just allowing more time.
They did not see that one coming, and look at that. Now they're down in Ovi. Now it's really gonna come down on Ninja to get those temps up and help with that push. Now they have no plague, they have no side blast, and now technically, I mean, Eric and White are the only denies.
Yeah, it's gonna be extremely hard to get back into this game.
And White is the only one that can deny those Ovies, so it's really gonna come down on him to keep those Ovies, you know, without any energy. We got temps in the top lane here. Gonna tickle that tower a little bit. Oh, no range on the tower.
Scander up to 8 rockets, 10 range. Kenneth has 5 rockets, 10 range, so...
And he has warheads.
Oh yeah, Ripwave.
Oh, we have a VTEX coming out of Ninja.
Oh,
that's good.
he
I
needs
think
to commit
that's
to big plays here, yeah.
I think you have to answer back fairly quickly.
I maybe we're gonna see a VTEX Torp, maybe.
Possible. I mean, for right now, it's just a matter of, you know, if they try to warp trick again, then they can deny and push it to a late game, right? I mean, they're still thinking if this goes to a very, very late game, the carrier can pick something off, maybe, right?
Definitely.
Yes. And
So-
that's what I was going to say. If it was even ships and Schling, you know, was still living, and could the carrier manipulate TLOS to buy, you know, anti-carrier ups? You know what I mean? That would help them get to the late game even faster. But now being 6v5 is going to be tough.
I feel like though, you know, the EWOKS definitely still have a chance here. They need to play it safe. I do find it weird that Ninja got VTEX, but not that much energy. So if he uses Warpin, he will not have enough energy to use that VTEX.
Right, he should have, 325.
Yeah, he has to be mindful of his energy expenditures. That's definitely true.
Yep,
Especially
they're
right
scared.
now.
Okay, so we're getting a scan coming out of Eric. You know, they're checking for that warp trick again. They're definitely a little shaken up from that.
See if Ninja launches and warps back.
Alright, well, the League of Shadows coming out with the OV on top lane, Thunder, just 5 mutts. Classic double speed, double range, 5 mutts. I think he has the upgraded Plague. I think he does. Hornex still Imp with extra energy.
A little bit
Mito
of farming
is
up.
like-
Plague. It costs 100, so he still has the regular plague.
Oh, okay, okay. We do have Pornex still with the Imp. We have Iskander with 8 rockets, 10 range, 1.82 speed.
He has the
Mito.
plague extension.
Who, Mito?
Or no, excuse me, Thunder.
Okay. Yes, he does. And Mito has Siphon. And then Destroyer X with Protective Fields, 7 Gats, and 1.71 speed.
Kenneth picked up quick reload. Eric got lockdown. Rock Ops has Lance and Shield Recharge. Ninja got Plasma Surge, and he's up to 400 energy. And then White Zombie is coming out with just farming ups and Imp.
Okay, okay. 450 energy. I wonder if he did, let's see, on upgrades here. Did he grab... He did not grab the upgrade for the EMP. So he's still only denying 200 energy with that.
Yeah, even though there's only 5 ships for the EWOKS right now, Eric is still struggling with farm, as is White Zombie. And so White Zombie actually, at 150 farm, it's still kind of hard for him to get that 450 energy and have the upgraded imp.
Yeah, absolutely. And the problem is they can't push against this. They can't push against the double plague, the 8 rockets coming out of Iskander. It's very hard, especially with the double Desi. I mean, if White can't deny them, then they'll pretty much just run their whole team down.
Yep. I think it does make sense for White to focus more on energy than the upgrade at this point, just because he needs to be constantly casting it on both dreads rather than really expecting to take down one big caster ship necessarily.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, we actually have Bombard out of Destroyer. It must be for the ints.
On Zorba, yeah. As a side lane Dreadnought, it can be nice, especially when you're trying to cut in for that extra AoE damage as enemy teams try to back away to hit them all.
Yeah, Destroyer X also has it.
I think
doing a good job, trying not to get plagued, but yet trying to use his hardened shields.
no, Destroyer X does not have Bombard. He has Charge.
Oh, I apologize. Yes, I thought I clicked on his ship, but I did not.
Doing a great job just kiting right down the middle.
See, and Ninja is definitely taking advantage of the fact they really have no deny for his ints. He's got 11 ints now with the Plasma Surge. They can definitely do some damage to these OVs with no Contaminate. Got a nice push going on Rock Ops here.
He's got the Hardened Shield, so the charges aren't doing as much to him. But he's still taking some damage.
Definitely. Nice EMP off by White there.
No kill, and Pornexus is taking some launch harass. Yeah, even Eric picked up 2 OBF, so I guess the idea is that they want to have everyone dealing, except Rock Ops, dealing at least some damage with the OBFs. Kenneth with the Cloaked Race, and the Ninja with the Plasma Surge. Maybe really threaten the support ships, hoping to just at some point pick one off, really.
Yeah. And we do have a Torp coming out of Kenneth here.
The game's afoot.
Yes,
here we go. Let's see if he can pull off those beautiful curved Torps that we always see. And we have Blackout coming out of White. Looks like they're going to be setting up for a nice kill. They definitely need it.
Carrier's at 1.7 speed, so but he also has Vortex, which could also be used for that Torp.
Absolutely. And
1.7
Ninja is definitely doing a great job of fielding out Pornex. I mean, he had to just go back. He had no shields and was a little low on health. Just simply the fact of the 11 ints getting on him. Oh, actually 12.
12 ints now and picked up Plasma Surge, which will allow those shields to regen.
And we have a launch on Thunder. Nope, he decided not to.
He's just chasing.
Oh yeah. Fleet goes back and forth.
Careful with the cloud, yeah.
It's gonna be a good match, if he can get those high level ints, make League of Shadows
Whoa!
think about something else.
Zorba is coming back with 1200 farm. Let's see what he gets. What does a Dreadnought with 1200 farm spend it on? He has to think about it.
Bunch of armor.
He's just sitting here thinking about, what do I want to spend this money on?
Protective field.
No bots.
He's got it maxed. He's got 400 energy.
Still floating 700.
Shield. Okay.
What else? Is he not going to spend it? Oh, there's another 200.
The other Dread's warping in on... Zorba's warping in on... Okay.
11 armor. Okay. He is... Oh, he is stanky.
There was the VTEX, but it did not... This is the...
Did not get the Destroyer. Rock Ops is in trouble.
Okay, there's the Blackout. They should turn. They should turn. I feel like...
Torp. Ah, sad.
That's okay, though.
Omega Stars asks if Greater Ninja knows he's not playing a Void Ray.
I don't believe so. I believe he's going to cloak, he's going to go in, and he's going to VTEX everyone.
That's great. I've actually, I mean, in quick matches, I think I've seen Greater Ninja play more carrier than I've seen him play Void Ray.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would definitely play that carrier. I mean, look at that skin, man.
No, I can't. When you're actually in the game, you can usually click on the people's names and see how many games they've played on each ship. But I can't do that from the ob slot because of some sort of UI hiccup.
Yes. 11,000 games played out of Greater. Jeez. That's definitely a lot of games played there.
Man, just it's impressive he manages to keep his bank file active, right? I mean, I think I have like 5,000 games if you include the 3 times I've reset my bank file.
Oh, wow. Okay, so pretty standard builds coming out of everyone so far with the Blackout and Ninja with the VTEX.
Clicking on just White Zombie ship, I see that he did pick up radar. They're able to see.
Oh,
all
yes, he
6
did.
ships.
Yep, very good, very good. Now here's a nice question. I mean, do you prioritize, you know, I know that he didn't get it for a while, you know, they prioritize getting scanned over the radar. I mean, do you think that's a good call over, you know, prioritizing it over, you know, getting radar, or would you guys rather have radar than just the scan? You know?
It can partly depend. I mean, there's a few things to consider here. First, the scan is global. The radar is not. Especially early on, if the Raven has no farming ups, the radar does not necessarily extend far enough to see some of the most threatening warp tricks. So the scan is the more consistent early game warp trick watcher. Later on, radar is perfectly fine, basically, once you have 1 or 2 farming ups.
Now, but you also bring up a good point of, you know, hey, who has more farm? Who can afford that?
Right.
But that also lets the Raven know, hey, maybe get a range on site, maybe more energy to run another spell. So
And I mean, ultimately,
good.
scan lets you reveal invisible units and radar does not. So if there's an Arbiter, if there's a Void Ray, really you want the scan, and the radar does not have any other sort of benefit other than just map awareness.
Yep, absolutely. I agree
And
with
if
you guys
And if you
100%.
remember the last game with ECL, Shapig ran an ARB, and he would actually boost the BC.
Yeah, to get the, yeah.
And now the
I
cooldowns
actually,
even
yeah, I
much
called that
faster,
out.
so
Because they didn't have any radar, so he would boost the BC to get the scan back up, so they could, you know, they basically had a global radar. It was great.
yep.
The scanner's on
Little
10
things,
lasers,
yeah,
man. They are
synergy.
using lasers to deal with the ints a little bit.
Now,
Thunder
see,
even.
that's great. You know, that is great. They're giving the League of Shadows something else to spend their money on. You know, other than getting rain or getting, you know, excuse me, more missiles or energy, or, you know.
Yeah, both Overlords got 4 of the energy blast. Just the little one.
Oh yeah, the little tickler.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. I mean, energy blast. If you could upgrade energy blast range, I think you would see Overlords going just pure energy blast. What was
Oh,
that?
absolutely.
Kenneth just he just wasted Torp. That was.
Did he? Oh wow.
I don't know if you mentioned, but Greater picking up Tempest, you know, low level.
Oh, I didn't
Level
actually see that
2.
yet.
Yeah,
But
just level
just another
2.
way of helping out the middle push, which is nice, being a ship down.
Let's see how this goes. We got the Sky Furies and the Tempest back up here. We got the Bombard coming out of Zorba.
Kenneth with 11 rockets, 11 range, helping out the middle.
Oh, absolutely. 1.82 speed. I'm surprised he does not have afterburners.
Let's
Seeing
see
as
if they
though
hold the cloud. Do they want to hold the cloud? Do they want to go up? Looks like
I
they're
feel like
getting
they
it
just
up.
want to go up. I mean,
Yeah, they want to stay with the Tempest and the Sky Fury.
yeah, who wants to take that damage? Thunder going back.
Why
with
turn
a,
here?
okay, they're turning now with a blackout.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Ints
wow,
on
okay.
for Nexus.
I don't think they're gonna get much blackout coming out of white, and that's a better blackout, I feel. Pretty much shut that down. Okay, I think we're gonna have a good game here, guys.
I mean, there's definitely still an advantage in terms of the 600 farm.
You think it would have been better for them just to up and come back out and have blackout in hand?
Absolutely, but and this is another thing too, is that the longer this game goes on, you know, you got to remember, the stronger those temps get, the stronger those ints get. You know, sooner or later, you know, the amount of money that it costs to upgrade your lasers is going to be insurmountable to how much damage those ints can take and put out.
Born with the DMet probably.
Yeah, yeah. The 600 farm is almost entirely spent on laser upgrades across the entire team.
See, exactly. So, you know, they're prioritizing killing those ints. They're worried about, you know, Greater's ints, other than getting, you know, more DPS, more energy, more armor, you know, and let's see how that's going to play out here in the later game.
Iskander does not have 10 shields,
lasers.
but he has 16 lasers.
And see, that does do quite a bit of damage, but those ints can definitely take a bounding, you know, especially after that plasma surge.
And I'm surprised not to see Contaminate on the Ovies.
Contaminate is definitely a great skill to have on the Ovies. I love playing my Ovies. One thing I have noticed is that
Got a launch on Thunder right now.
it does do a little bit of damage, but if you're near your team and you accidentally hit your team, it does slow them down also from shooting the ints off of you.
Just like that plague on Zorba.
Oh, very nice. Oh, the curve, and he's got no one. It was a good
Kenneth,
try, though.
come on, man. Where's the Vortex, Ninja? He's been sitting on Vortex for ages now.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier too, is that, you know, he spent 400 energy, used it once, and kind of.
The thing about Vortex is that it can be offensive or defensive, right? So if he uses it now and they don't kill anything, then he doesn't have it in case they try like a warp trick or they get on someone.
Understood.
A lot of farm on the right. A lot of farm on the right, Greater.
But then also you do have, you know, you do have the blackout from white, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I feel like this is going to be a great game, simply the fact that you do have that blackout, you do have that VTEX, you have two separate ways to contain these ships, you know? Like, if they're pushing, you can throw the VTEX, you know? If there's mechanical ships, like the Desis are
Kenneth,
pushing.
what are you doing?
Oh, boy. Eating a side blast and a plague there.
That looked hot for a second, but that they didn't pursue.
Level 6 temps now, doing 260 damage per shot. And that's going to be another issue too. I mean, I feel like the Desis are a lot better in a sense that they can definitely take out the temps a lot easier than a Colo can. I mean, I know the Colo has the hardened shields, but the Desis have so much defense, you know, with their armor and whatnot, especially with that pro field. I mean, they can pretty much just plow through just about anything.
And the thing is, they have two of them. As long as they don't stack for a blackout, I think they should be okay.
You know, something I'm thinking of here is that, okay, Eric has scan. But that's it. I mean, in terms of detection, if this game keeps going later, Iskander can eventually transition into mines, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Great call.
Especially if they're up to 1,000 farm lead. At some point, you know, it's like, okay, are we gonna... Ooh, is this gonna hit?
That'll hit.
Oh, that's one way to kill temps.
Yeah, there you go. That's one way to wipe them out, yeah. That actually did not do much damage to Destroyer. Did he have his pro field up?
Okay.
No, but I mean, he has the hull, so it's only 4,000 damage, and it...
Oh, true.
So both Frigs are at range 11. DC's at range 10, where they're fighting back and forth.
Mito is 19 mutas, and Thunder is also 19 mutas, so they could still get more range ups on Ovies. They might do that.
Another thing to say is that Mito does not have the extended plague upgrade.
Yeah, that's kind of
I
odd.
think he's gonna just work into Side Blast.
Understandable. I mean, very understandable. But with it, I mean,
there's no bio on EWOKS, so why not get the extended?
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, you know, especially with all like Crazy just said, is that with all the mechanical ships, I mean, why not? You know, the only ship that can really heal its hull is Eric. I mean, you could plague every other ship and they'll, you know, be sent home burning.
And the important one is hit that Raven, man. You hit him on, even if he gets it just a little bit, you're gonna lose 20%.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, you're right on that.
I like the little PDDs, you know, just irritating, you know, trying to farm.
Am I missing something? What did Iskander spend money on? Oh, he didn't. He just go back and not spend his money?
Oh, he
Bacon.
didn't.
Why is he
Oh,
floating
wow.
900? I'm kind of confused on that one.
Maybe somebody will kill him and they'll get the greed. I am very
Obviously,
surprised that he
Corn
did
is
that.
captaining this.
Maybe he's
TLOS
like,
team.
Al, if I want to get mines, I can dump it all on that later.
Yes.
Oh, he might actually. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's going. He's gonna farm back up. He's gonna go back, get 6 or maybe 650 energy, and then dump it all into mines. Maybe.
And, you know, if he decides, oh, if, you know, a ship dies and I can't go mines after all, well, then I can spend it all in ion cannon instead. Hey, what's
Yeah,
up, Hello Veticanus? We are
Yeah,
watching
it's
EWOKS
tough with
versus...
the BC and scan.
That is true, but that's the thing though, is that there's no boost for that scan, and I mean, other than that, the Raven just has to EMP randomly around, you know. So every 60 seconds, you know what, they can't push out further. That's gonna really cut down their farming ability.
Zorba is still not in range after sieging and unsieging twice.
Wow. Zorba's OP, man. It's big siphon going off on Ninja there.
The
Did you
side
think
blast
one of
is
the
beating
OBs
up that
pick up
tower, though.
Shockwave?
Man, if Zorba had actually hit that tower with any sieges, it would have been hold. I don't know if maybe he was just trying to be really conservative. He didn't want to get caught out or something, but it was just weird sieges.
Another weird thing I'm seeing out of Ninja now is that, you know, he's not putting his ints on the Raven, you know, he's putting his ints on the Obies, and I understand that, you know, that he can melt them quick, but all it takes is a couple demats and, you know, the ship's fine. As we just see.
Oh, now he's...
There we go. Now they're going on the Raven.
Yep. Level
Oh,
20
nice
ints.
siege in the cloud. Here we go. That'll
And there it
hit.
is.
Oh, that was a nice
and Invul
twist.
by Rockdom.
But the demat. Okay, we got Invul coming out of Rock Tops.
That's great.
Nice little
15
engagement.
seconds of fame right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever you need a little push or something, I think it's a great little...
I'll be sure to include
Great spell.
Kenneth's Drift Torp in my highlight reel later on.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Okay, here we go again with the Sky Furies and the Tempest here. Nice PD.
Zorba took a lot of heat there, although with the 11 armor, I guess he's like, I'll be fine.
But that's
He's like,
exactly
I don't
to your
care.
point,
Okay,
though,
he's
how much
getting-
damage they can take.
Oh, and the other, here comes the other Desi.
Destroyer coming down. I just want to say hi to you, Eric. I just want to... My gats want to be your friend. Don't you want to be friends with my gats?
He's
Can I
at
say
1.7
hello?
speed, Zorba's at 1.8 speed for those Desis in case they want to...
Okay,
Do a
so,
rundown.
yeah, Isk did
Oh,
not
it-
spend money on mines.
Yes,
He
he
dumped
ended up going 20 lasers.
20 lasers.
Wow, okay.
I don't know.
I guess,
from
dude.
16 to 20.
Didn't he have like 1,000 minerals? Like, I still
Yeah.
don't understand where it's going.
It's going into his mins. Like I was saying, though, is that the longer this game goes, you know, the higher those ints get, it comes to a point where the ship cannot farm enough to, you know, make a dent inside those ints, you know?
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
not even on 10 shields yet. Like, I don't know, it just seems
Yeah.
odd.
Clicking
He's
on
got
Thunder, he
1.92
picked up
speed,
Contaminate.
11
Sorry to
range.
interrupt. Yeah.
He literally has no other upgrades. He has no torp. He has nothing. I will say that I think that Pornex is the one telling him to do this because the Frigg actually shoots faster with the laser battery than any other ship. But he should get afterburners because it does make you shoot faster.
Zorba
And to
has
escape.
14 gats. That is one mean dread. If he can get on someone,
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
he could do some damage. He could definitely do some damage.
yeah, the
So,
more the gats upgrade, that really just cuts through the hardened shield because the attack speed goes up.
Here's something weird out of Destroyer. 0 armor.
Last time, Destroyer... No, it was Zorba who was not in range last time, and now this time he's almost in range of the tower.
The 10 shields give him that, you know, constant regen.
Understandable.
Black
Did he
on.
get black? Did he? I was gonna say. I thought
Drift
he got
torp.
blacked out.
Oh!
Oh, it drifted
He
too
tried to
hard.
hit his own teammate. Okay.
Yeah. And if you
That's not
notice,
how it-
Thunder picked up Contaminate for the ints, the other OV did not.
Okay, very nice.
And I'm also trying to think when Anobi will pick up Shockwave. So if those ints are ever on somebody for a save, or maybe even to put somebody in a position where the Desis can get on somebody.
So we have not seen another VTEX come out of Ninja in a while now. He's going all temps now. Actually, he's not. He's got only 8 temps, 23 ints. That's about it for now.
Range 19.
Rock Off sometimes just does not have the heart and shield up. He's 525 energy, but it feels like every now and then he just doesn't have the heart and shield, and he gets picked by a Psyblast or something.
Well, it's kind of in a sense of like, you know, think about it like this, you know, with a BC locking down someone. You cannot use abilities, it drains your energy. And it can also, even if you have no energy, it prevents you from regenning.
Oh, and here we go, mines in the middle by Kenneth.
Oh, nice, Kenneth with the mines. But think about it like this, you know, if he gets siphoned with no energy, it's basically like an LD from a BC. He can't regen his energy, and he can't, you know, technically use his abilities.
Yeah, neither Ovi has spotter yet. They must have been watching, thinking, have we seen any spotters this game? And the answer is no. And they have really, I mean, there's no other form of deduction that's going to see mines.
The only thing is if Foreign throws an EMP and happens to see mines.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to EMP unless there's a ship there, so...
Exactly, so, you know, it's a small little percentage. So if there happens to be a battle right there at midfield.
And another question is, I mean, they're only level 0 at this point.
Yeah. He wants to get some more down before he spends any money upgrading them. Temps level 8. Yeah, they're using siege mode to just clear out the temps now. They're like, we're not going to let your temps harass us.
I bet you're pouring EMPs in his season.
The double siege now. How do they break the double siege in this situation and save the tower? Can they?
You black out one Desi and VTEX the other, I suppose.
Invincibility to push out, but that tower is gone.
Yep, now they've taken a tower. There's the
blackout. Torp.
There's a nuke. They need to kill that Dread now. Dread doing a good job of zoning out White. Keep the Raven
Zorba
away.
turns on Eric. Eric is taking frigate rockets. Oh, Zorba backs out. He drops
the... stalls.
He bombards.
He stalled.
No, he didn't stall, he bombarded.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
White Zombie stalls, though.
Oh, jeez.
Kenneth is taking lots of rocket fire. Well, they lost the tower, but still not really over. It's a 1,200 farm difference, so it's a pretty significant farm lead.
That double siege is definitely going to start paying for itself here very soon, though. They're going to take that other tower, and let's hope that the EWOKS can push back out after that. You know, it's going to be pretty devastating to lose, you know, 2 games in one night here.
No, I mean it happens.
Definitely.
You know, it was 1,000 farm lead about 10 minutes ago, so really they've stayed fairly even.
Yeah, very true.
I think it's also the carrier being able just to farm everything with level 25 ints. But TLOS has widened the gap.
The question is, you know, do you think they're going to need Ninja to go out and because if they Vortex one Dread and black out the other, then they really can maybe get a kill. And maybe next time they'll have mines ready. So
I see now. Think about this though, okay? Because if they black out one Dread and VTEX the other, and if they push past the Dreads, now the problem is, will White have enough energy to EMP both Dreads down to enough to where they don't have candies and end up killing the squishier ships like the BC, the Frigate, or, you know, the Raven or the Carrier?
This is gonna be good.
Still no spotter, still no spotter. Yeah, this is interesting, but there's no upgrades in the mines. I don't think they want to upgrade yet. It's like this. Yeah, Zorba doesn't have any shields, but it's still not enough to be in a point where you want to turn on the mines. It's really a very tricky situation. Let's see, Kenneth is going back. The mine, he has 400. Mines are now level 10.
Oh, there's Porn. Let it go. Let
Whoa,
it go.
whoa!
The mines,
Mines,
there they
mines,
go.
and porn.
Oh,
Ooh.
he's turning. Oh, and he turned out of them.
Wow, look at that.
And
Shockwave in. Oh, he
shockwave to
might.
clear
He
the
might.
zone. Torp
Oh.
hits nothing, and the mine surprise is gone.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a question now. So if, let's say they were in the middle of a minefield, if the OV shockwaves, do the mines detonate?
I mean, you
No,
just
because
no.
he just shockwave and those stayed up.
Yeah, shockwave
That's
does
good
not
to know.
hurt
I didn't know
mines.
that.
I don't mean I don't mean do they kill the mines. I mean like if he were to shockwave one of his ships through the mines, do the mines
Oh,
explode?
Ooh.
I
That's
don't
something
know.
to sandbox. I'll
Because
have to
I
get
mean
back
that
to you
could
on
be.
that.
I mean if you're in the middle of a minefield, that'd be a good way to get your ships out of it. I mean, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Now I want to experiment
Or
with this sometime.
offensively, right? You could shockwave people into a minefield.
Yeah, yeah. That's a nice.
I love that, man.
I like that. Yeah. I think I just came up with a nice little cheese there. Let's see what we got going.
It's so
Okay,
hard to get
Thunder
to a
came
point
out with
where a game
Ops,
would be able
but
to do that.
Nito
Yeah,
did
it
not.
really is.
This frigate doesn't go mines until pretty late, and you need an OV up. Not getting picked off. So, yeah, I'm imagining we're going to be seeing spotters now. Yep, spotter
Yep.
1, spotter... Oh, no, actually, Mito did
Thunder.
not pick up spotter. They only did the
Yep.
one spotter on Thunder.
Just Thunder has spotter.
And he didn't pop it out.
700 energy.
I don't know why he's not just popping it out right now.
Maybe he thinks, oh,
And...
There.
it's out now. It's out now. Yep, there it is, and it just died.
Rip.
Oh, we got Ints on Fornex doing some damage. Took away all his shields. Okay. See, now that was a good engagement with Greater. You know, he goes after the Raven, leave everybody else alone. I mean,
Ooh.
you never know. You could possibly get, you know, the Raven. Could possibly snipe him.
Still 15 seconds for the spotter, but now he's far away from where the mines actually are.
You know, it's tough. I go back to that mines, and I love that. I love that play, but I wish they would have upped them a little bit because I think they could have.
Well,
sniped the
they're
ship
level
right there.
10. I mean, now, yeah, they're still level 10.
Were they level 10 though on that push?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they were. I thought they were 0 still.
Okay, now
Oh,
they
why do you use
activate
them
those
there?
guns.
Oh, Drift
Okay,
Torp
he's torping in. That's gonna hit.
hits Zorba. Zorba's, the one who can take it, though.
Yep, we might be able to. We might see a blackout here. No,
No, there's no
they backed
follow-up.
off.
But Kenneth is going to get another chance with his mines. He gets to lay them out again. It's a good push. See, pushing
That's
out when
very
you have
nice.
mines is very important. This is the thing about Frigate is that you basically have to go mines late because you have to be able to push to be able to have any more than one chance with the mines.
Exactly.
And
I
now,
had,
Rock
they
Ops is-
both have spotter, but it also, makes the OV have to think about other things. Not
Yeah,
just
but spotter
DPS.
is at this point compared to the amount of investment in mines, spotter is cheap because it's not really hurting the energy. And
Well, but it's hurting the
APM.
exactly. You know, because like I said, if they want to plague DPS, siphon, get in there, but now they have to worry about mines. I think that's just puts them both on edge a little bit.
I will
little
say that
bit, but-
Ewoks are doing a great job of keeping him away from that tower. I don't think they've even gotten to the tower in a few backs now.
Nope.
But it looks like they're probably gonna make it this time.
Spotter sees it.
Spotter's out and
Yeah,
sees him. Okay.
good GG mines. And that was really a pretty big play from Kenneth. Is now, I mean, what does Kenneth do now? He's back to rockets and Torp. Really, he doesn't. I don't think he's going to get anything more out of these mines anytime soon. Not with 2 spotters. Not unless something else
They have
dies.
a launch on Thunder.
It's really back to being Ninja's game for the Ewoks. The win condition is ints at this point. It's hard to do that when there's so many lasers up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hopefully, Ints weaken a ship and then pray for a torp land. I suppose.
And Eric also picked up nuke.
Have you
so
seen
he has
Zorba's
nuke now.
gats? 24 gats, man. 160. That's
The way those light up.
1,600 damage a second.
There's something you don't see every day is a dread with 1.82 speed.
Double siphon on the
not that
follow,
uncommon.
but he pops the invul, but no lance. No energy.
No follow-up from
That
his
was
team
great
either.
siphoning.
There's the
Going
drift
for the
torp, but
curve.
it's not drifting enough this time.
Nope, definitely not.
I would like to see a vortex from Greater.
They know Rockops does not have Invuln right now.
Okay, his hardens are down. He has no way to put him back up.
He needs Matrix.
Yeah,
Blackout instead. Blackout'll do it.
Yeah, that'll definitely help. Now we have a counter push from.
Yeah, they can't.
Kenneth.
They can't get anything here.
But,
Their biggest hope is.
Can come in and nuke.
Yeah. Biggest hope is to
Never
maybe
before.
push them back long enough that Kenneth can drop some mines maybe or something.
The funniest thing is too is that Iskander's.
Whoa, Eric.
Oh man.
Oh no, Eric.
Nice DMAT. Ooh.
DMAT is.
Ball
Will
here.
DMAT be enough here? Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
I'm
been-
really surprised he's alive.
Wow. And a blackout. Oh wow.
Siege
Pornex
mode
almost-
on Kenneth.
Pornex almost. Pornex
Zorba.
almost falls to the ints. He had to black out the ints. Wow.
Blacked
That
out
was-
Inter now in Zorba. He has 52 base armor. Can I get an int? I can get an int. Ints are doing 78 damage, so if
Yeah.
Protective Field isn't up, he does actually hull.
Watch this OP mine come into play. Watch that kill someone. That one mine. Oh, no, now he laid more. But like
Yeah.
I was saying, another funny thing is that Iskander still with no abilities, no rapid reload, no warheads, no.
It's a 57-minute frigate with no abilities other than Afterburner. You got the Afterburner. He doesn't have
Yeah.
nothing.
He can do some damage with those lasers if he's.
Yeah, man. Why would he need Ripwave missiles, man? Like, what would be the point?
I think that was a great play by Ninja too. Is you know, they're going for the BC, so he turns and launches on the Raven.
Okay.
Absolutely, that was
Which
great.
Nice.
That's
And
one
there's
way to
that
kill Ints.
shockwave, which was, you know, that will destroy the Ints for a save or anything.
I think Thunder just wanted money.
Yeah,
That
I
too.
actually seen the other OV do that also. I seen him just shockwave. I believe he's just trying to use it for farm at that point. You know, just use it to use it. If you don't use it, you lose it.
And Mito doesn't have it actually.
Yep, it's just Thunder. There's no double OV juggling.
I see a lot of full health ships here too. I mean, I don't see many plagues landing other than, you know, of course the big fat Colo. It's the easiest ship to hit, you know, of course.
I was kind of surprised Kenneth doesn't have enough energy to, I guess, be laying even more mines.
Yeah, I mean, when you go mines, you want a good like 750, 800 energy so you can lay a ton of mines.
But I guess he's not really counting on them anymore since he knows the double spotter is out.
Right, just lay them to lay them, but you know, don't waste your energy on it, or don't waste your money on energy.
Now pushing forward with layered siege modes.
Oh, we got ints on Mito, doing a little bit of damage here. See, now this is what I was talking about, is that it gets to a point where, you know, the upgrades to upgrade, you know, the anti-int is so much that at this point now, you know, they can't waste their money on it, but the ints are still going to be doing a ton of damage.
And at what point does Greater upgrade Tempest to outrange Siege?
To be honest, I feel like right now Greater is the one that's keeping them pushed back because Pornex is so afraid of those ints.
Yes.
Actually, the Tempests do outrange the siege for at least Zorba right now.
Yes.
You know, so, I mean, but they're only level 9 right now.
Oh
so
yeah.
They're level 9. When does he start?
I think Greater's doing a great job, to be honest. I don't feel like he should up the temps at this point. He's basically using them as a zoning mechanism to try to keep the OVs back.
I mean, this
and-
game
and-
has lasted to an hour when it seemed like it could be over in the first half hour. Definitely.
Right, absolutely.
They're holding it together. They're keeping their play ready, and taking advantage of the strengths that their comp has available.
Oh, we have a nuke off on Zorba here. Oh, they could definitely get a kill here. Oh, never mind.
11 armor. That's just.
They need something else there, and they just didn't have the ships in position to take advantage of it.
Okay, we have Thunder out of position a bit, but you know, Destroyer X turns around.
Raven
covers
can
him.
get there in time.
He also
Kenneth has to be a little
Shockwave.
careful. Where?
But see, just notice though. I mean, EWOKS even down a ship. I mean, they still have a great push going on.
I mean, the farm hasn't really expanded for the League of Shadows.
It definitely hasn't. I mean, you would assume that, you know, with a team down a ship and
Yeah,
being able to push out.
when
I
you're
mean,
past
you would-
5 towers in farm, you know, composition, positioning, and just play matters a lot more than really even like maybe 1,000 farm.
We got invul from Rock
Absolutely.
with 400 energy still, so he's able to get a couple lances off. Because
I feel
He'll
like
be fine though.
the
Destroyer
game
X
is
pushes
starting
him
to
back a
struggle.
bit.
Yeah, I'm down to 30 FPS just because of the... Yep, it's almost as soon as Thunder pulls out... Oh wait, no, is this Thunder? No, it's Mito's Swarm Command. I feel like the frame rate for the entire map takes a hit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm down to about 35 frames per second here.
hey, 35 frames.
Oh, look at that. We're buddies.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that Rock Ops is doing a great job as the solo tank against 2 Desis. I love this play out of this Colo here.
Yeah?
Agreed.
One thing he does need to get though is Guardian Shield. I feel like that would be very useful for the push. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He can go invul and those side blasts will do a lot less energy. You know, White is doing a great job with the DMATs, but it'll do a 40% deduction on the damage that those side blasts do. And I mean that
Everything.
yeah,
Yep.
that could be life or death. You
I
know?
mean, if you're watching this, Thunder is having to dive in with Pronexus dropping DMAT on him just to clear up the temps. I mean,
exactly. They're doing a great job. The EWOKS are definitely playing a great game, especially down a ship. Now,
Yeah.
Kenneth does not need to get cocky without Rock Ops there.
Yeah. He's not bothering to turn off the mines for big plays anymore. He's just leaving it on so that it's just a constant kind of annoyance.
Yeah, like constantly have to put out a spotter, watch for mines, maybe a little bit of damage here and there.
But it's not like, oh, I'm going to get someone.
Level
Yeah,
15
absolutely.
temps now from Greater.
There we go.
The glow is
We're at
bigger.
Level 19. The siege is range 18.
These 3 temps drop 6 frames a second when they're
Oh
firing.
wow.
I think that's why temps there are not more temps in the game. It's just because the attack animation tends to be really resource intensive.
Yeah, well you're also streaming, right? Also?
Yeah. But I think
Yeah,
I've noticed that in other games as well. Temps tend to be really in tug of war maps when people spawn Tempests. It tends to be really bad for the frame rate.
Ooh.
Wow, Ninja plagued and down all shields. Ooh, Kenneth is drifting. Zorba is gonna eat this Torp.
Oh, that could be a kill, definitely.
2000.
And he's got another nuke on him.
Nuke and
Yeah,
a
he's got
Seeker.
another nuke on him. That could kill him. That might kill him if that DMAT
Oh.
leaks.
He'll
Oh,
have
Oh, it's
nuke,
all
nuke,
emergency
nuke
shields.
burnt out.
Okay,
Oh,
it burned out.
he got hit by the Seeker actually. That's funny. Because the Psionic Shockwave stalled him.
Yeah, he's 182 speed, so he outruns Nuke.
Yeah, what is it? 1.7, right?
Is it 1.7?
I think
thought it
it's
was
I think it's
1.8.
like 0.9.
Is it point?
It is 0.9. It's just the fact of you know, your positioning of the BC when you release the nuke.
Got it. So yeah, 1.8 speed is usually what you want to outrun them.
Absolutely. Or 2.0 to be exact. If you really
You
want
just,
to.
it's really, you have to be careful when you're in siege mode. Is what it comes down
Yes,
to.
yes. And I mean that would be a great.
Kenneth.
Oh my God,
Ooh,
Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Oh wow. They're probably gonna go for this. No, if they don't decide to.
There's siege, there's Sky Fury and Tempests there, and Sky
Yeah, that's
Fury
a
have been,
great
you know,
combo.
getting bigger too. Sky Fury are doing 480 a shot.
Oh
We
wow.
have no energy for blackout.
You know, the Sky Fury are actually stronger than the level
Use a DMAT.
than the level 15 Tempests.
They don't have to worry too much. If he does not have enough energy for blackout, there is always the VTEX, you know. Which, you know, the League of Shadows might actually forgot about because we've only seen it once this game.
Both
What
Side
Ninja
Blasts are 2700, so
Not bad, not bad. I feel like what Ninja needs to do also, these temps are, I mean, they're doing their job, definitely. I mean, I feel like he would get a little bit more use out of them if he upped the range of them a bit. Because now at this point, the Desis have to, all they have to do is see, well, I guess it's 19 and Zorba's 18.
Yep.
Or no, he's 19 too,
Oh.
okay.
See, that's 800, right? The next range would be 800.
Yes, it would be 800.
Why not? You're the carrier.
I know, absolutely. You can come through and just sweep up the farm. So I mean, oh, we better. Okay. Great play out of these teams. I'm loving this game. And we have, what do we have up here? We have Fornex.
Ooh.
Creeping around here. We need a scan out of Eric. They're backing. They're backing. Okay, they must have seen it.
Yep. They see him on the radar.
We do have a blackout, and they do see him. Okay, they do see him. They're fine. They should be okay.
Kenneth is just like warping out. He's like,
Kenneth's like,
I'm not worried
"Screw
about
you
this.
Guys, I'm going home. Great game sense though there. I mean, I don't believe that Pornex was spotted with the radar from the Raven, so I think it was just game sense. You know, they
So-
should still be scared.
He was spotted.
Just want to say something
okay.
that we're now at the 110 mark. Strictly speaking, according to the rules, this game should only be able to last another 20 minutes. I
That
believe.
is true. No, I don't. I think that was only, wasn't that for the group stages or for the round?
Oh, was
robin,
it?
Wasn't it? I believe so.
I don't want to pull up the rules right now, but maybe I don't know. I feel like this is still there's so much damage output possible in this game. I don't want to look away.
Looks like they're going for top tower.
Nuke on Destroyer X. I don't think it's gonna hit. Just pushing him back, making sure he can't sit there and siege up. Insert on Pornexus. They're pretty low though.
See, that's where I would use a shockwave and then just a torp by ISK. Because obviously Thunder used the shockwave right there. Just to kind of escape. But
Actually,
Yes.
I think you are right. I looked up the rules and it just says in bracket play. So I don't know. Would this technically be considered bracket play?
This is group stage.
Okay, so this is not bracket play. So I think that they do have as much time as needed to whoever wins or calls GG.
Yeah, I'll have to reread that later, but
okay.
probably another one of those little things that JQuest could just slightly clarify.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Greater-
absolutely. Here
Greater
we go. We got a
Tester
curve
now.
torp coming in.
Level 17 and range 20.
Wait,
So
did
he
that
get
fire?
the-
Yeah, it fired. It missed. Okay.
It did fire, but it missed. Yep.
and there's contaminate on the temps.
Oh, we have a nice ion. Wow, that thing does some damage, eh? Okay. Very nice. We got Inson Mito. We cleaned up real quick with a DMAT and some lasers.
36 cents.
I mean, EWOKS are doing a great job, you know, being down a ship, and they're still containing the League of Shadows. I mean, it's a great play out of them.
Oh, let me look at something. So the Phoenixes are now doing 26 damage, so basically nothing. I think everyone has kind of enough shields that well, I don't know. Actually, Eric at this point has no armor. If he was down on shields, then
Oh, he would be melted.
yeah. I mean, he's on 3-shot farm, so
They all have 10 shields, which is good. Sure, Eric has Biosteel, of course, but
this is really the point of the game where the 10 shields do really start. You start to feel them a lot more. Like at this point of the game, Eric would have to be very careful. More so than otherwise, just because, you know, losing a little bit of shields, it would feel like it would take forever for him to recharge.
so looking at this map actually might even help TLOS a little bit. But if you notice, Greater now has range 20 temps.
See, that's what he needs right there to
And
help
so-
outrange those siege. They have to keep inching closer and closer, and then Ninja just backs up, drops more, and we'll see how this plays out.
Sorba has 30 GAT ups. His weapon speed is 0.05. I don't even...
Holy cow.
That's
Wow.
380 times 10. That's 3,800 damage a second.
Wow.
But he keeps losing aggro because he always bombards instead. Like, the actual just Gatling damage, unless he's hitting 2 ships, does significantly more than bombard at this point.
I think they're using the bombard also
To,
for the
to
inch.
clean up the ints, yeah.
Yeah.
It's you have to be hitting more than one thing, basically.
There's Launch on Is. Let's
Nice
see if it
launch.
goes all the way.
Let's see if those ints are gonna hurt. Nope, with the DMAT.
Yeah, not
they'll
with
be
DMAT.
cleaned up.
It's like I'm always worried I'm gonna like look away and something's just gonna explode. But everyone's playing really well. No one's doing something silly that results in them being out of position and getting caught. Even with all this overlord, the double overlord, the hilarious amounts of range. Destroyer's
it's a
blacked out.
Great game.
Corny is in range to get the DMAT up, and really it's just, you know, that 10 shields makes it really hard to cut him down. Torp drifting might, no, it's gonna miss.
I mean, the
No,
bottom line is you're
it'll
not
miss.
going to kill the Desis, so it's who are they going to pick off?
I think
Obi-
at this
Obi
point
Frig?
they're trying to just push back whoever they can get in range because they're afraid of those side blasts, you know. And I
Mhm.
mean, the Raven can really only demat so much. I mean, with how much energy does he have?
Yep.
675. You know, he can only demat so much while throwing PDDs and everything else of that nature. So really, at this point, the Desis are the closest target. You might as well hit them. You know.
Yep. And Kenneth Lane just a few mines in the middle, but it also gives him something to think about. The Ovies.
Okay, so I have the rules pulled up here. It says each game in bracket play has a 90-minute time limit. At 90 minutes, the game will be paused, and winner will be determined by the team with most remaining ships and structures. If both teams have the same amount of players and structures, then match is a tie. But it says nothing of in group stage. It says in bracket play.
I think this is bracket play, but I mean, I'm not the one who's going to make that decision.
Right, absolutely.
This is something that really Pro Nexus and Greater Ninja have to be bearing in mind, though, that if the game reaches the hour-and-a-half mark and I'm not misinterpreting those rules, which I might be, then it just goes to the League of Shadows. They're up
Which
on
means
farm,
that-
they're up on ships, they're up on towers.
Which means that EWOKS need to definitely do something very, very soon
Yeah,
here.
they have 10 minutes to make something happen, really.
You know, I won't doubt anyone because in that game against Echelon, I mean, ECL, they turned around and won it. You know, they had literally 1 minute left and they destroyed the CC and they came back and won the whole thing. So
Well, there's no time limit here. This is not bracket play. This is
Oh,
still
okay. Thank you for the
group stage.
clarification, Helveticano.
okay,
Bracket
awesome.
play is the playoff bracket.
Okay, so they have as much time as needed, right?
Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right. So the game can go for 6 hours. So strap in, make some popcorn, guys.
I mean, at the rate this is going.
I mean, yeah, it's a great game. I'm loving it at this point.
Whoa, frame rate is getting
Warhead
nuked.
Oh,
can-
I'm down to
frame rate
20
can go
FPS. It's
Yeah.
the swarm command with the tempests. It makes it rough on even my computer, man.
Yeah, I was catching a lot of frame rate lag there. Back up to 30 again, so that's decent.
I just went out and got a new laptop, so I experienced no lag there. For once.
Oh, we got ints on Thunder over here. Be cleaned up nice and quick. Oh, actually, he's taking a bit of damage.
Yeah, it's
What are
like
those-
it's the imps just stay on. They just don't go away at this point.
Yeah, level 40. Yeah, see, and you know, like I had said
Oh,
previously.
By the way, Iskander did pick up ion cannon. Still no
Oh,
rip
he has
wave.
something.
Still no rocket reload.
Oh,
no rapid
wow.
reload. But
31 lasers though. Wow, wow. Oh, he might. This Obi is taking some damage here. He's got to run over to Iskander with
yeah,
nothing
it's
else but
even
lasers.
through the DMAT. The ints are just cutting through every now and then. Torp gonna hit Zorba, unless it
Level 18
act-
inch now.
level 40 ints
Or,
there.
yeah, temp, sorry, not inch.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say 18 ints. They would. Be
Wait, what the hell just
Whoa.
happened?
Kenneth was killed by Zorba.
I
the
didn't even see it.
siege.
It's that. You know, I didn't even see it. Damn.
It was the siege. The siege killed him.
Oh,
Oh wow, he must have went in and just didn't notice how much damage Zorba puts out with that siege. Level 32 Gats, man.
Isn't it based on battery damage?
It is based on your Gatling.
Your
damage.
gas.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Next time he sieges, I will check and see how much damage he is doing. That was actually a giant blow, though, to the EWOKS. I mean, that was
1850 farm. That's a pretty significant loss. I mean, Rockups and Eric are still below 1,000 farm.
He is doing 2,600 damage with each shot of that siege.
Yeah, that was a huge loss. I mean, that was your mine, that was your torp.
Although, I
A lot
mean,
of quick DPS ion cannon.
in fairness, he's missed most of the torps.
Yeah, I can say that. Oh, wow. Look, without that DMAT, those first few shots of those ints almost melted Thunder. See, if only Greater can get in range of that Raven, man, he'd melt pretty quick.
It's like, even now, the game isn't over, but,
It's looking grim for the EWOKS here.
yeah.
One misclick and that, and that's definitely the game there.
We have what?
Yep.
We have another 2 minutes on the mines before they're totally gone. Well, this is one of the situations where it's almost like, if they didn't have the 2 spotters and were already kind of dealing with mines, that they're going to be like, oh, maybe we just chill out for 10 minutes.
Oh, right, yeah, exactly.
But if you notice, they haven't pushed out past that cloud. They haven't gone past 50.
Yeah, they're being very conservative at this point. They're like, we have the ship advantage, and we want to make sure we do not blow it somehow stupidly.
Which is very smart. I mean, play it safe is always, always good in my book. Oh, and the mines are actually on autocast detonating, so... And the spotter comes out and dies.
Yep, bombard just to clear up the temps. Alright.
Iskander with his 31 laser batteries.
Yep. It's a pretty high rate of fire, so it does wear down those PDDs pretty fast.
Absolutely.
I guess Bite Zombie at this point has PD as much, for the creeps as for anything else.
Yeah, try to deny them farm as much as you're trying to protect the Tempests.
No, but I mean, the Phoenixes deal, they deal 29 damage per shot to your shields, so if you start taking damage from them as a Raven, you actually need the PDD.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's not an issue so much here, but, if they were pushing in more, that's where the danger is more. And when you're past the hour 20 mark, pretty much everything can be dangerous, at least a little bit, unless you're rock ops.
Yeah, exactly. And you're just burning constantly.
Iskander, no torp. No torp on Iskander. It's like, the way he was diving in there, you're like, does he have torp or rapid reload?
Yeah,
Nope, still no.
And then, I like the way that... Where did that blackout? Okay, blackout on Zorba.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Rock Ops hit, Invul and then kind of marched in by himself. I could see maybe going out and just trying to... Oh,
Whoa.
wait, Eric might be in
Eric
trouble
stalled.
here.
I think he's fine, but
Okay.
yeah, that was not great. The danger is actually not Eric, but because the Raven was focused on him, Ninja was taking some shots, and they're going to lose this tower. And I don't think they can do anything about it, because Zorba does hilarious amounts of damage at this point.
Yeah, that's just insane, the amount of damage coming out of Zorba with that siege.
I had forgotten that the siege mode actually has a higher rate of fire because of the GAT ups as well, so he's dealing the 2,600 damage every 2.2, so it's, 1,300 damage every second.
Yeah, it's almost like he's boosted at this point.
Yeah. In that massive range, and wow, 200 at .03.
If it is an hour
Like
and a half game.
if he does get on someone, it's 6,000 damage a second. And yeah, we're now at the hour and a half mark. So if this was the other stage, the game would now be over. But it's not the other game mode, so it's not over.
Well, we checked the rules, and apparently the rules say that 90 minutes is the limit for group play.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what we were asking earlier. We were saying, is this group
Whoa.
play? That was the only confusion.
It
Because
actually
the brackets
says...
are playoffs.
Yeah, it says, here, I can look at it real quick.
It's like, oh, TLOS won after all.
Yeah, each game in
JK.
bracket play is what it says. In bracket play.
This is not yet bracket play.
Well, so this is still a game theoretically. It's a 300,000, or I'm sorry, not 300,000, a 3,000 farm difference.
We got Destroyer X going up
But
top
there's
here.
all it
him out,
takes
Black him
is
out.
blackout
Black him
and
out, kill
ints
him.
and see what happens. But I don't feel like that's all the ints. Yeah, there's still 6 more ints that are coming in.
Yeah, but with that amount of armor, I mean, those ints aren't going to do much.
No, they do about 100 a second.
Not bad, not bad. Rock Ops is in a pretty bad position here. I mean, but he should be
He can
fine.
pop in vault.
Well, yeah, he has to pop
There
invul
it
here
is.
because Zorba is
I like
dealing
that,
just
though.
so much damage.
This is the first time he's actually popped it with a lot of energy, you know? And just
Yeah, it's great. He can
spam some
actually,
lances.
Lance. And Lance actually scales with your energy. You actually do more damage with how much energy you have.
So it's doing 2,000 to massive. That's nice.
Yeah, very, very, very nice.
It's always fun to pop that invul and go after the support ships.
Oh yeah, chase them away. make 'em
Especially if
scared.
the ints were on. I think the issue
Yeah.
there is that the ints weren't really on the support at that particular moment. Ooh, Zorba has to be careful if he splashes his own team with the siege mode. He'll
We got a nuke off.
nuke on
Uh-oh.
Zorba.
Eric might be in trouble here.
Eric is
With that
pretty
side
far
blast.
from home
Oh, he should
to
be
be
okay.
taking side blasts.
He should be okay.
Iskander did upgrade the Ion quite a bit. It does 4,000 damage to shields.
Look at the amount of damage just on Thunder, just from those ints there. Without that DMAT, those OVs would just disintegrate off the map.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that if they could just somehow pick off per Nexus, the game
game's over.
could still go to EWOKS.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
that's a big if. It's a big if at this point.
But see, Poor Nexus knows that, so he's literally been staying almost in this cloud almost the entire game almost. He hasn't denied any of their ships. He hasn't anything. He's literally just been dematting and protecting against the ints there.
And Thunder actually has about 3,000 more hit points than Mito.
Absolutely, yeah. That's
But
one
Mito
thing.
does have more of the noodle beam.
Yeah, the little tickler beam. Oh, there goes Mito.
Let's go to Zorba. I don't know why. That's
I think
just
at this, just zoning, I believe.
yeah, transition back to Thunder.
Oh, we got a Desi on the top.
Yeah, Eric's
For
getting
X.
chased down a bit.
Backing out. Getting locked down.
I feel like it's been a really long time since I've seen a Vortex.
I was just.
We've
thinking
only
the same
seen
thing.
one. We've only seen one this whole game. The only time he V-Texed was way back at their base. I mean, even just throw a V-Text, just because why not? You know what I mean?
I don't think that's how Grader usually thinks. He's like, if I'm gonna use
Right.
it, it's gonna be for the right reasons at the right time.
Let's watch the damage Mito takes. Yeah, see now the ints are getting melted. Grader can't really farm. The upgrades for the ints are out of control. He's got 1,000. Goes all into ints.
Level 48. Oof.
108 damage per second.
I honestly, oh yeah, he has
Okay,
he
we
has
got a
20
blackout.
total
Count.
ints. Ooh,
Eric might
Rock
be in
Ops
trouble here.
And a
is
Sage from Zorba down below.
Yep, Eric might be in trouble here.
it's White Zombie that they gotta get first though.
Nice. Okay, he
The
does
other
throw
question is,
blackout.
can they get in range of the command center somehow? At this point, I
Well,
think
Zorba's
they would.
by himself now. Zorba's
Oh,
by
what's Zorba
himself.
doing?
Mito is 2,700.
Oh my God, they might have him.
2,000?
Here. I think they have him.
I'm watching top. Okay, they did that, but yeah,
might
Zorba.
fall here. He needs to get those ints on him. The
Nuke.
nukes on him.
E shield,
Oh,
1,300
emergency
E shield.
shields are up.
Rock Ops is still going in. He's siphoned.
All the ints are coming in.
Rock
now.
Ops is now in danger.
I don't think they.
Zorba has ints on him. Oh,
That
the int.
shield
Why did the
transfer.
ints turn away? Why did the ints leave? Ints, what are you doing?
Out of
Oh, wow.
vision.
Why ints? Why?
I don't. To be honest, I think that it was just at that point, White or Greater just decided, we're not gonna kill him. the shield transfer out of Pornexus was too much. There was nothing he could do.
Definitely. I don't think that at all. I think the ints just it was probably the ints just hit range.
Oh, maybe.
So I am not a Desi player. So the E shields went off. So when does that re?
Oh, how long is the cooldown in E shields? I don't remember.
I have no
a couple
idea
minutes
on that one.
Is it? Yeah, probably. I'm sure it is. Okay.
Maybe we can look on upgrades here. Let's see.
Yeah, I should change this to windowed mode probably in the future so that I can actually look at things on my other tab.
Yeah. No, it does not tell you how long for the E-shields to come back up.
Alright, that's an excuse to make me learn how to play Desi.
There you go.
Level 19.
Yeah,
Temps in the middle, still range 20, which is the 800 upgrade.
See, if Grader could just catch... If he could just catch Pornexus, you know, out of position a bit, I feel like he would melt quick enough to where his teammates could not save him.
KDJ3 in my chat is saying that this game should be affected by the hour-and-a-half rule. That this is included. But,
Where's the Vortex?
where's JQuest? One of
Yes.
you...
If I leave, I can't get back in. I don't know the password.
I don't even remember. Here, I can turn off the password probably at this point. Tell me if something starts happening.
Well, why don't you stay? I'll go talk to Jake.
Yeah, you go JQuest. I turned off the password, so you can get back in.
Okay, I'll go grab him real quick.
I mean, I don't want to be interfering with the game. I feel like that's something the captain should do, but I'd like to know.
I don't think JQuest is on, actually.
Oh, did he log?
Yeah, I do not see him on. I think he
Probably logged off. It's getting pretty late for him, yeah?
Yeah, I do not see him. Yep, he's not on anymore.
Then we now have level 50 ints with Grader.
I mean, Pornexus is also... Isn't he also kind of like... I don't know. Whoa!
Kinda.
And Rock Ops goes down.
Oh,
Wow.
of course, I missed it. Oh, great.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
What's okay?
It was pretty fast. I don't think anyone had been quite expecting it. Wow. This game, it's... Frame rate is going crazy.
Yeah, frame rate is all over the place.
It's all in the... It's... I mean, it's been all ints for a while now.
I feel like, you know, both teams played great. I just feel like it was that original warp trick, you know, that the League of Shadows did that took out Schling. I think that really hurt him in the long run here.
I mean, not having an Overlord for the last hour and a half? Yeah, I think that hurt.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I also have to give credit to Porn, just playing a really safe Raven and not putting himself in any danger.
Oh, yeah, because he knows if those ints get on him, you know, he can't do
oh my
that.
god, guys. Oh my god, Iskander, he has Rip Wave.
Oh my god, he got it. He's got
Game
it.
over.
The classic
The game
hour
has
and
been
43
transformed
minutes.
fundamentally.
Yeah, the classic hour and 43 minutes rip wave. Everyone does it.
Poor Nexus is the only one on either team below 1,000 farm.
Yeah, and let me actually correct what I said there. I actually meant that, like, you know, both teams are playing great, and I feel like, you know, if Schling was, you know, still here, I feel like this game could possibly have went on for longer than it has.
Yes, especially with two Desis, and I think the Ovi's the ultimate counter the Desi with Siphon,
Oh yeah.
Plague, all that, you know, but especially Siphon. And so I think I agree with you what you said earlier, that warp trick really set the tone for the ending of this game.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, but the EWOKS have definitely played a great game so far. I mean, just the amount of push power they've had and how scared the League of Shadows have been to actually want to push into them. I mean, it's a great game.
Jeez.
Oh, and he shockwaves the siege. Zorba puts him in there. And the nuke's gonna go off on him, but he's gonna die for that. Possibly.
No, he's not gonna die. He just has E-shield. It didn't.
No, I meant Eric.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
diving
yeah.
in.
Okay.
What's the range on temps? We got 20 range on temps still.
Yep. I doubt he'll go 21.
50 ends.
It's amazing.
Wait,
Wow.
Zorba is getting inted. Did E-shield pop? No, I don't think E-shield pops.
Wow, not yet.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
But
I think his E-shield did pop, didn't it?
no, I don't think so.
Wow, that's incredible, man. Desi's, jeez.
I think that Poor Nexus was just out transferring the amount of damage that the imps were putting out.
Okay, Mito.
Yeah, just shockwaving because he's like, I'm hungry, I need some farm.
Mito going back with 1200. Poor Pornexus is going back after all that time farming with only 400. Destroyer has 1200. And Iskander still does not have rapid reload.
He doesn't need it, man. He's OP.
Going for the tower.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten at least a fusion torpedo, you know, at this point.
Yeah, no fusion. I think he just wants to maintain that I never missed a fusion torp, you know?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Did you see how many torps Kenneth missed in that game? Yeah, I didn't miss a single one. .600 damage coming out of the temps here with 20 range. Not bad, but I actually think that the siege from the Desis actually outranged that at this point. Nope, same range. So here's the golden question. What do the EWOKS have to do to win this, guys?
I mean, I still like the Vortex, you know, but, you know, they lost Kenneth with the Torp. Eric could have came in with a nuke that would also black out.
What's up, Overmind? How you doing? We're still in this never-ending EWOKS versus TLOS game.
Yeah, almost
I
2 hour
didn't realize
game
there was
here.
another one.
But 15.
It's still the same
50
one.
kids can get on
Pornex
anybody.
pauses without telling anyone.
Oh, it says ECL versus EWOKS, but it's EWOKS versus TLOS.
Oh, now he says pause.
Yeah, it probably has to go take a dump. I mean, God,
Yeah,
this
dude,
game has
he's-
gant long enough.
Yeah, he's probably freaking like, I gotta shower and go to work, guys. Like,
let's resume in 6 hours.
yeah, we might as well just pause it like we did, you know, like you guys did in the last game. It's okay.
Oh, nah,
There you go.
that's not as long of a PP. That's
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
enough. That's not enough time to use the toilet, man. You'd think they'd want to
Yeah.
pause for a little bit longer.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell jokes or nothing, man.
Wow, I didn't even have to launch Earthstone.
I feel a little bad after that EWOKS versus the ECL. They went up against the Pharaohs and they invited me in and put me on the Pharaohs team. We killed them.
Oh,
Oh
Right.
wow,
And I got to kill Luigi, so I had to apologize to him.
very nice, very nice.
so, Overmind, have you read the rules very closely?
Nope, unfortunately I haven't since I'm not really involved with the tourneys myself.
Okay. It seems like different people interpret the rules for games that go an hour and a half in different ways. Like, what is included?
Oh, we got the Desi pushing in
As
on
far
Eric
as I
here.
know, if it goes over an hour and a half, it's a draw.
Or
But
it goes to the team with the more ships killed, right?
Yes, but what it says in the actual rule book is that is in bracket play, is what it says. Or wait, let me. God damn it, let me tab out.
Because this guy in my chat is saying that there's something else that says it for like for anything.
Yeah, it says each game in bracket play has 90-minute time limit. At 90 minutes, the game will be paused, and winner will be determined by the team with the most remaining ships and structures. If both teams have the same amount of players and structures, then the match is a tie.
Does it say anything else like that anywhere else? Like,
No, it says, yeah, during bracket play, if both teams are able to play, then both teams are forfeit an upcoming challenger qualification stage.
it doesn't say each game in qualification and group play.
No, it says each game in bracket play.
What does 4.A.3 say?
4.8. .3.
Yeah.
Each game in qualification and group play has a 90-minute time limit. At 90 minutes, the game will be paused and the winner will be determined. Okay, well then that makes no sense.
This is
Isn't-
considered group play.
Isn't this group play?
Yes, yes, this would be group
So this
play.
is group play. So the game should have been over 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, so technically, the League of Shadows have already won.
Yeah. Okay. GG.
Yeah, GG guys.
I don't think they know that they've
One
won.
more side blast.
Oh, Eric's dead. No.
No.
Did it go through?
At this
Wow.
point, but you know, you don't go 2 hours into a game and say, you know, sometimes I think people are just like, we've committed so much time into this. I don't care about the 1 or 2 points. I want to have the satisfaction of killing Greater Ninja's carrier, right?
Right? That's what it is too. They don't care about the tournament anymore. This isn't about the game. This is about killing Ninja.
It's about pride.
It's about honor and duty and vengeance or something.
And valor.
Yes, and glory.
Glorious glory.
This is about being a 1,000 farm raven with PDD, because you never get PDD as a raven.
Exactly.
Zorba taking ints and other garbage, but I think the PDD actually helped him there. The thing is the ints are so hilarious that the PDD probably hurts Greater Ninja's team more than it helps.
Right, exactly. But I mean, it's really to protect the it's just to protect these beautiful tempests here.
The level 29 Tempest, yeah.
Yeah, those awesome temps that get outranged by the siege.
The siege in the cloud.
Yeah, exactly. The siege in the cloud that no one can see.
I feel like
Vortex
if there was a
still
point
on
where
cooldown,
both
but it's
temps
just
could
like
just dive in, that this game would have to end, right? I mean, there's no way they have enough damage, even with ints and temps, to really cut through. Is there a way? Like, I kind of feel like TLOS is kind of dragging it out just a little bit. I mean, they're playing very safe, but
I think what they're more afraid of is if both the Desis go in and they're close to each other, the VTEX, and then basically the turnaround of, you know, because I know they all have warp, you know, all of the EWOKS have warp, so they could push out, and I think the VTEX holds them for, is it 15 seconds, I believe?
mm-hmm.
And if they push out and possibly kill Pornex, I mean, they technically could, I guess, turn this around, you know, but then there's always the threat of leaving 2 Desis sitting at your base.
could they?
I feel like that is their only option at this point.
But I mean, I don't even know that they could win, because I feel like the Dreads could. I mean, even if everything else died, could Destroyer Rex and Zorba still win the game? I mean, they have almost 5,000 farm between them. They're 2 very well-fed dreadnoughts.
I don't feel like they could win alone. I mean, maybe with the Ovi or the frigate, I feel like they could win. Oh wow, actually, Mito almost falls to those ints.
Jeez.
He's not burning yet. He's fine.
Hey, everything's fine. He's fine. Well, with 15k life, it'll come back very quickly.
I mean, it's
But-
just tough, man. A carrier, man. Yeah. Level 51 ints. 29 temps. But if TLOS came out with any other comp other than 2 Desis, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know what. Like, that would be just an entirely different game.
Yeah, man.
No,
Come on
no,
now.
I know. I think their 2 Desis saved him here.
I do definitely agree with that. I definitely agree that the double Desi with the double siege really saved their ass against this comp. And also, I mean, the warp trick, man. The warp trick was everything. That was a great warp trick out of the League of Shadows.
Yep. Double Desi warp trick.
I feel like if they didn't get a kill on that warp trick, then this whole game would have been a lot different.
Yep, I agree.
If this game had been, you know, Creator Ninja Void Ray versus Pronexus Void Ray, it would have been very different.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about, like, if the compositions were different, it would be a different game. I mean, yeah.
But I mean, but look at the survivability though of the two Desis. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2-hour Desis also. You know, you let a Desi farm for 2 hours. I mean, with 11 armor, max pro field, 700 energy. I mean, doing a little over 3K damage with the siege Zorba is. I mean, that's insane, man.
And I will say this: they are inching closer at the 2-hour mark. The red space.
2 hours in, and they're about to kill the command center.
Yeah, it was at their cloud in front of their towers.
Has Zorba just walked across this entire map in siege mode? Is that, I mean...
Yeah, he can just creep across in siege mode.
Should be like a special challenge. Dreadnought starts in the very top right corner, and the game mode challenge is to get to the very bottom left corner before the game ends.
Oh, wow. Hilarity ensues.
Mm-hmm. Get like 3 or 4 supports, just, you know, pushing it along.
Okay, we got another nuke here on Zorba. He'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, he can't die.
Well, he can outrun.
He's invincible!
You cannot kill me!
Whatever nukes me only makes me stronger.
Now, I wonder if that were a challenge, if an Obi were behind him and were to use his Psionic Shockwave, would that count then?
What do you mean? Oh, to boost him along?
Yeah, just shove him across the map a little bit.
No.
He'd
You know, it'd be funny
siege.
though. What would have been funny is if Mito would have shockwaved Zorba into that nuke. Now that would have been funny.
That would have been, yeah.
Now, in terms of Pronexus's reasoning, maybe Pronexus knows, but he does get more points, ultimately, for killing everything, right? Like, if the game resolved at the hour-and-a-half mark...
I don't believe you get points for this. I do not believe.
Yeah,
that.
if it ends that way, then he doesn't get as many points as he does for killing the entire team in the mothership, right? So maybe it's that Pronexus is just like... maybe he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna ignore the hour-and-a-half rule and just say, you know what? I'm gonna take as many points as I can get because this game is won. It's won slow. But
Are they actually still getting points for this though? Is this?
I don't think so. I have a feeling that the judges are going to review it, and it's going to.
Well, no. What I mean is that it's not the round robin anymore. This is technically group. Oh wow, Eric. But,
the DMAT went down just as the side blasts
And we
landed.
got a launch on porn.
Oh, very nice.
He had to black out.
He had to black out.
Save
Yeah.
himself.
Watch porn dies and then suddenly it's PP. Oh, hour-and-a-half is up. We win.
Yep, we win. Okay, goodbye.
Can you guys get a screenshot of the game when it finishes, please?
Sure.
But no, I don't believe they get points for this because
No, I don't think they will. Not after the hour-and-a-half mark.
Well, no, I'm saying just in general because I don't think you get points for the group play because the whole point of getting the points was to seed us in the brackets, right?
Was Rockups dead before the hour-and-a-half? Do you guys remember? That was after the hour-and-a-half, right?
Yes, that was.
When did Kenneth die? That was before. That was before Rockups.
I don't know, man. That was like a half hour ago.
It was Schling. Schling was dead at the start of the game, and they'd taken the bottom tower at least.
I do believe that they were alive. I think Kenneth and Rockops were alive after the...
Yeah, didn't Rockops die before they took the second tower?
Yes.
So yeah, okay. Man, yeah.
But I like I said before, I do not believe that they actually get points for this because this is technically group play. So the points were to seed us in the bracket, and now that we're seated in the bracket, I don't think that you get any more points. I think this is just to seat you in the actual semifinals now, I believe.
Yeah, so it's probably just like, we're
Like,
already
technically,
seated. Yeah, so I guess it's like, we're already seated. We already have all the points we need. We already won, basically. So,
it's just like, okay, now we need to kill Greater.
so are we going to finish this game that we've sunk an hour and a half into? Or are we going to keep playing, you know, or are we going to go leave and go to sleep, or, you know, leave unsatisfied with our win?
Right, exactly.
You know, it's all about the satisfaction at this point. They're probably still having fun. I mean, how often do you get a 43-21 range siege mode dreadnought? Oh, Ninja exploded somehow.
Oh, Greater Ninja was killed by Zorba.
It's like he's dying. Things are dying so fast sometimes that it's like I can't even see it.
Wow.
Wait.
I was about to say, how often do you
And
see
there
a
it is, it's
3700
over.
You know,
Fury?
strictly speaking, Destroyer X GG'd before Greater
Take a
Ninja. That was
screenshot,
also
take
a
a
slight
screenshot.
breach of protocol,
Somebody take a
although I don't think they
screenshot.
care.
Screenshot. Someone take a screenshot.
And upload it to the replay room or to this room, please.
Oh my god, the game has ended.
Wow, man. Now my butt hurts from sitting down so damn long.
I missed how Greater died so quickly.
It was
I-
siege mode.
Yeah,
he took 2 shots, I think, and just
Yeah, it
instantly
was sort of
exploded.
a siege. Yeah, 3,000 damage. It's basically 2 shots and it's a fusion torpedo. Alright, well that was a great game,
Schling
guys.
had 12
it was a great
APM.
game. I had a great time. Hope the viewers had a great time.
White
Oh yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun.
White-
Love casting.
had 241 APM for a 2-hour-long game. That
Wow.
dude's wrist is gonna be, I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude. He's jeez.
Time to go put it on some ice.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well yeah, I had a great time casting with you guys. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm looking at the upgrade spending now. Greater Ninja had spent over 16,560 resources on upgrades.
Oh wow.
I think the next down was Zorba, who was at about 15,000. And then the lowest was Poor Nexus, with really only like 6,000. That's a pretty significant difference. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ask Poor Nexus before I close the stream.
Channel switched. A free with a lot of laser with that.
Yeah.
GG's, guys, fun to watch.
Yep. 2 hour long.
Yeah.
You want to do more commentary?
Well, yeah, I'm still streaming. Porn, I wanted to ask you whether you had read the rules on games that go past an hour and a
User
half.
joined your channel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but we just kept playing just in case. Just in case.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
in case.
Well, I actually read the rules a few times, and there was 2 separate, two separate things in there. The one said that 90 minutes for the qualification stage, and then it was group stage too. So I think that yeah, after the 90 minutes, it was technically over.
Was it a draw or a win for porn?
It would have been a win for porn, but the question was if points had mattered. I guess I thought maybe porn was still playing because he wanted to maximize points.
I don't think that you get points though in the actual, because the points were to seed us in the groups, right? And isn't that how it works?
I don't know. It's a J-Quest question, right?
He's gonna have to watch
We'll
for
have
2
to
hours.
ask Jay Quist.
Yeah, he's gonna have to watch 2 hours. Yeah, he's gotta watch the 3-hour game.
Yeah.
But guys, rules aside, do you guys think we would have just quit out after an hour 30 of playing that
Yeah,
game?
that's what I was
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, it was a game
Yeah.
to play, right?
Yeah, you guys put in, already an hour and a half. I mean, what was
Yeah.
the point of quitting out? Yeah.
It was.
Why would you kill me in the first 10 minutes? Shit. Can you imagine me just sitting on the sidelines going, oh, okay.
You're the biggest threat, Schling.
Yeah. We actually
Think
watched
about
that happen too, and I was like, "Oh no, Schling's going down." man."
Oh, it hurt my heart.
Oh man.
The sling, how did it happen?
Warp
got
Trick.
caught because I was on that far lane. By the time we saw you, I saw one ship.
They were directly behind you, man. You
They
did.
were,
And I'm
yeah.
at 1.6, so I'm like, y'all save yourselves, I'm gonna die.
To be honest,
you're all right. I'm like, no, I'm dead. Let me
What
just
was
go.
funny though is if you would have just kept going like towards that side and just kept going, you would have actually probably lived because they were directly behind you and did not see you at that time. So if you would have just kept going, you'd have been titties, man.
Yeah, I
But
was on
nah.
the bottom side of them. You're right. But I didn't know. All I saw was the one ship,
Right,
and then one warped in. The next one, I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, we see everything.
Dead.
So yeah, but it was a great game, guys. You guys played a great game. I love it how EWOKS were still pushing you guys around, even though they were down a ship.
Greater wasn't giving up, man.
No, he wasn't, man.
Oh, it sucked.
It was great. It was a great game out of Greater, man. Them ints fucking, man, dude. If it wasn't for Pornex's DMAT, oh, dude, them Ovies would have melted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and
he kept them alive.
or what's his name? Eskandar's brig, if you guys noticed.
Yeah.
With an incredible rapid reload timing, yeah? I mean, at that 2 hour mark for rapid reload, that's perfect timing, I think.
Dude, Iskander had nothing. He didn't even buy warheads until like it was like an hour and 45 minutes.
I was on fix on lasers.
Right,
I had
yeah,
no-
that's what we thought, yeah.
Dude, I literally told him like, dude, buy all lasers, and he took it to heart.
Yeah, he did, because he didn't even buy afterburners until like I think the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But Porn, you were doing a great job though, staying away from Greater. You were just hanging out like way behind the team, and it was great, man.
Yeah,
But I wanted Thunder bad.
I got Porn a few times, but every time it came close, he BO'd it or his teammates would save him, right? So
Right. Oh
very,
yeah.
very difficult.
The thing is that the Ovies cannot separate from the frig, or they would die. I constantly had to yell at them.
Guys,
Yeah.
one thing I noticed.
Get those big balls back onto my frigate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that?
Thunder stay too much time in orange and Porn tell me, what's up, Thunder? Why go? You are
Thunder, if I was still alive, I would just waiting for you to stick your head out. I'm like, why am I dead?
No, I had Thunder on the leash. I put a leash around him, so he couldn't go.
But he'll go back. He'll
crazy.
get hit. He'll go back for a while, but he'll just turn around in circles. And I'm like, oh, he's not even going. Oh, he has some balls. He's not going. He's half health and not going home. He sticks his head right back out.
Yeah.
I kept saying, Ninja, look at Thunder. He's coming from under, and he keeps sticking his head out.
Joined your channel.
Yeah. And I kept telling him, let the Desi's do the tanking, not the Ovies. But I think it paid off, all the screaming.
All times dates on me. All time.
Yeah, I was
your
hoping to kill
target, man.
Thunder.
You're number one target. Right there.
Yes.
Because you keep sticking your head out.
I mean, you had a huge side, but you were like close to death so many times, and I would expect you to go home. You just go around the Raven, circle around the Int a little while, play a little around, and come right back out, stick your head out. I'm like, oh, he has balls. Oh, I wish I was playing right now.
He's got the cojones, bro.
Cojones. But I mistake close to kill the BC and the carrier 2 times.
Why sticking your head out?
Yeah. Well, you guys have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
See you guys.
User disconnected from your channel.
It's a good
So what's
game.
next for EWOKS? You guys are against
Winds of
Winds of Unity?
The WoW, right?
WOU. You guys play WOU, and I mean, you guys have a chance to proceed, I believe, right?
If we win one more, if
Yeah.
we win.
But isn't it
So-
just one out of this group that proceeds?
Yes.
So
No, it's
No,
two.
two.
Oh, it's 2.
Is it 2 out of each
Two.
group or?
Two.
It's gonna probably be like ECL, then probably your clan Porn. So
If we win the next one, right?
Yeah, you need to win one more.
Yeah.
Winds of Unity, yeah, Black Magic's party.
All right.
And they only got 5, so it's gonna be a 6-on-5.
Really?
Thanks
Oh,
for
yeah.
casting with me again, Wanted and